Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Thermomix Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, look, it's been a little while since I've been online. Life has been hectic the last few weeks, but I am back. Life has settled down, and this month we are doing manual making with our Thermomix. So I'm going to go through all the different things that your Thermomix, well, most of them, let's be real, I don't have time for all of them, but most of the things your Thermomix can do to replace the other tools in your kitchen. So blenders, graters, mixers, all those jazz that you don't really need when you've got a Thermomix. You can literally clean out your cupboards. So today we're talking pots and pans, but there will be so many more things for you this month. I will write up these recipes. You will find them over at Thermomix Adventures, my website. Go over there, check it out. And yeah, that's where you're going to find these recipes. I'll write them up when I'm done so that you've got access to them as well. But do say hi if you're watching on today. It does tell Facebook and YouTube, if you're doing YouTube later on with the replay, that you are enjoying these videos, and then they'll show them to you ongoing. If you don't interact, guess what? They think you don't care anymore, so they don't show them then. So please do make sure you like, share, love, that sort of jazz, or just comment. I love to know what you're making as well. So on that note, if you're cooking something in your Thermomix today, put it in the comments so that we can inspire one another. So today we are making a simple hot chocolate. It has been freezing in the last few mornings here in Queensland. I don't know, those of you who are watching from Queensland, you probably can agree. So yes, I'm now in my t-shirt. That's because I've been out in the garden doing some gardening. However, I've been in a jumper and trackies all morning. I'm still in the trackies. So it's been really cold. So with that cold weather comes the warming foods that we like and crave. So today I'm going to show you a really easy hot chocolate. My shortcuts to doing it when I just want to make it for myself. Easy enough to double though, or triple or quadruple, or in my case, times it by 6 for my family when they want some. But I'm not even telling them I'm making it today. They're out doing other stuff, so it's for me. So first thing we're going to do is grab the cup that you're going to put it in when you're done, okay? I love my ceramic cups. I don't have many of them, but they're my hugging cups for this weather. Does anyone else have a favorite hugging cup? I'm going to put some, now you could use just a general cow's milk. I've got my organic almond milk that I'm putting in. I would ideally make my own, but as I said, life's been a little crazy lately. So it's just been that way. So here we go. In with, now we want to leave a bit of space in our cup because we're going to, in this case today, add chocolate, like real deal chocolate, okay? You could be adding cocoa and sugar if you prefer, but I'm going to do it with chocolate, okay? And we like dark chocolate around here, so I'm going to do it with dark chocolate. So I've put my milk into my cup, and now I want to bring up my scales, okay? I love that the scales are integrated on our Thermomix. And so there's my scales. I need to know how much this weighs because that dictates how much chocolate, okay? So in this goes, and you can see that weighs 210, okay? So anywhere around the quarter mark for the weight of chocolate is how much you want to put in. So I want to now put in about 50 grams of chocolate, okay? Now again, your cup size is going to determine how much liquid you put. You might want a really big warming mug of hot chocolate, so of course you would put more into it. The other thing this is actually really good for, and I just had a little thought, is you might still have some chocolate fudge sauce left over from your Easter grazing box that a lot of you guys went and purchased my course back in Easter, and we did that together. That would also be delicious in here, and you still only need a quarter, okay? So don't keep it with the weights. That's the beautiful thing about the Thermomix is you're really working in weights. So all right, so we need 50 grams of, and I've got a dark chocolate. I'm a dark chocolate girl. I'm not a milk chocolate or a white chocolate. Dark chocolate's my thing. The darker the better. But the dark chocolate wasn't on sale when I shopped. So I'm not paying $5 for a 100 gram little block. So that's why I've got a different brand to usual. So here we go. 50 grams, in we go. Break it into pieces. Oh my goodness, it is nearly frozen itself. That's in this goes. Okay. Ugh. Now we're going to today on the TM6 use, there we go. My fingers are slightly numb too, which doesn't help with the breaking. So we're going to today use the warm up mode on a TM6. That'll do there. But if you've got a TM31 or a TM5, I'm going to tell you how to do that as well. The beautiful thing about our warm up mode on our TM6 is actually the fact that I can walk away and it just dingles when it hits the temperature that I'm asking it to get to. So there's no timer set like our kettle mode. When we get onto kettle mode in the coming days, it will just keep stirring slowly until it gets to the desired temperature and it stops. So this is perfect for leftover soup, especially we're in soup weather now, or curries that are quite liquidy. Don't use things that are quite textured, okay? Risotto will go to a mush because the moment you re-stir that, it has no texture left. It'll just make a mess. So don't use it for that. But anything that's liquidy, so, and even things like warming up our hot chocolate, right? So, or if you want to make something like the beautiful turmeric latte and things like that, that you've got leftovers to warm up, it's just beautiful. So warm up is perfect for that. You'll see that it starts at 65. 65 is a good temperature if, say, you were heating up baby food or baby drink or something like that, because at that 60-65 temperature, it's 65 in the Thermomix. By the time you bring it out, it's actually chilling down to 60, then 55 by the time you go to serve it, all right? Because it's going to lose temperature really quickly the moment you get it out, okay? You'll see it straight away. And the great thing about Thermomix is it's always telling us that temperature. So 65 on its own, too hot to eat straight away for a baby, okay? But at 60, 55, you're coming down to a good temperature of food. You do have that ability though. Look, I can go 60. I can go 55. 55 is getting a little cool for food, okay? You guys have a play with this. I mean, it's such a personal preference, especially if you're somebody who drinks hot tea or black coffees and teas. Your taste buds in your mouth have a different feel and go to them to somebody who doesn't, do that, all right? So, because we acclimatize, don't we? We go all the way down to 37. 37 isn't warm enough though, okay? So we're going to go around to, I like to do 75, okay? It's warm enough that it radiates through my cup. It's going to melt my chocolate beautifully, but it's not so hot that I can't drink it straight away. I hate it when you go to drink it and you burn your mouth and you're like, oh, I just want to drink you, but it's too hot, okay? So then we click on our dial here and we just spin it. Now hang on, there's different speeds. Did you catch that? So there's actually a slow stir, a 1 and a 2. So I'm going to put on slow stir for the moment. Slow stir, you'll just hear. Even on slow stir still, if you've got that risotto, it's going to go to mush, okay? That's just the movement. If you ever need to heat risotto up, reheat it, put it in your Varoma, okay? Put it in a Pyrex or a glass dish, put it over water so the steam's creating the heat and that heat reheats phenomenally, okay? It is like you've just served it out brand new, all right? Now, at the end of our time, and there's no counter, there's no timing telling me this is ready. However, you will see the little numbers start appearing above the 75 in a second. You'll see it go 37, 40, 45, 50. But it's not counting down. Okay, now this is where if you've got a TM31 or a TM5, then you need to kind of know approximately how long it's going to take. You're guessing, okay? You're going to guess how long, and that depends on what temperature your fridge is. You might be getting your milk out of the cupboard if it's maybe long life or a new carton. So that does change it a little bit. So if you are using a TM31 or a TM5, I would be doing slow stir, 75 degrees, but you may change that, remember, our own personal preference, up or down. 75 is a really good middle line, though, I find. And then probably I'm going to say 5 minutes, okay? But play with it. You'll decide. You might come in and go, oh, it's only been 3 minutes and I'm already up to 75 degrees. Okay, or you might come in and go, oh, it's only 65, I need to do a little bit longer. It's really going to depend on what temperature your food is that you've taken out of the fridge or the milk to put in there. You can see it's clocking up now. It's already 65 degrees, and what? We've only been online now. Well, actually, I've been cooking for what, a minute, maybe? I was going to finish up, but I'm going to show you how I like to end this because I like my hot chocolates frothy. Does anyone else like frothy hot chocolate? So I'm going to show you in a second because it's up to 70 degrees already. Can you believe it? I'm going to show you how we froth it up at the end. Now, in the frothing process, please be mindful you are going to lose heat. As soon as we start aerating it, it's going to drop temperature. So that might mean, again, you need to increase your temperature just a little bit, okay, to account for that. It really depends on what you like at the end of the day. And, sometimes my cup size dictates that too. I've got a really beautiful T2 big mug. Some of you from COVID season, when we used to jump online and cook together all the time, would remember my big cups, I like that one to be really steamy hot because I like to hold temperature for a long time so I can hug it. So, it's really such a personal preference. All right, we're nearly there, 70 degrees. By the way, if you're not on my subscribing list over at TMX Adventures, jump over there now. I'm about to put a newsletter out later today, and there is some really exciting news in there. There is the coming of a black diamond TM6. okay? The pictures do not do it justice, okay? Its little silver dial is not silver. It's like a rose goldy, bronzy color. It is textured, so it's not shiny, glossy, straight like this, or like our black that was a couple of years ago. It's not like that. It's actually textured and just beautiful. So there's going to be an expression of interest link within that newsletter. If you want to know how to get it first, do let me know, and I will give some info on that as well. Because if you want to join up as a consultant, you'll then actually have first access to the lot of stock that's coming in first. We get a chance to earn it, which is super cool as well. So there'll be that in there. You may have already heard as well that the cutter, there is delays on the cutter, sadly, the shipping of that. However, there'll be a link in there if you'd like to put your name down, so that when we know about the small shipment that's available, that's actually coming in, I think it's coming in later this month or next month, then you'll be the first to, I'll send you an email when I know the dates on that, so you are straight onto that as well, because it will be a short, limited stock there. And something else. Oh, and the other thing is the price rise. There is a price rise coming on our TM6. Okay, we don't know exactly when yet. It will be after, I think it's the end of June. So just if you are thinking about getting a TM6, it's a really great time to do so, because you can get it before the price rise. So there you go. But I don't know how much, don't know black pricing, dates, those are things, okay? So this is just an FYI that's what's going on in Family World. Oh, it's at 75 degrees. So, oh, look at that. How cool is that for timing? All right, so what I like to do at the end, it's done. My chocolate is melted. It looks amazing, but I like to froth it, okay? I've got to be honest, it works better with cow's milk to froth, but that's okay. Actually, if I used barista style, kind of almond milk or macadamia milk, it would froth beautifully as well. But this is one of the ones that doesn't have anything particularly extra added. Okay, so it doesn't froth fabulously. But all we do to froth it is we want to put 20 seconds on the timer. We want to go up to speed 8. Now you'll hear it go up nice and slow to start off with, because it's hot, it's 70 degrees, that's that safety feature. Hello, Anne, hello, Lady Anne as well. All right. Give it a moment. It's worth the wait, okay? All right, it's worth that 20 seconds, okay? I know that it sometimes seems like a long time, but it's so worth the wait. All right, we're done. So, alrighty. It's actually really weird to hear my Thermomix dingle with the guitar sound, because I've been doing lots of online demos lately, and lots of celebration demos with people who have just purchased a Thermomix, and then once it arrives, within a couple of days or a week, we jump online and cook together online like this. And so I often take them through the settings menu and teach them about settings menu. So my tone has been changing a lot lately in my Thermomix, and I'm like, oh, whose sound is that? Oh, that's me. So look at that. Can you see the difference now? Can you think of what it was 20 seconds ago to what it is now? It's got that beautiful texture to it, okay? So you can do that with coffee. And by the way, you can add coffee to this too, but I've already had 2 today, so I won't have any more, okay? Oh, it's been one of those. So look at this. I'll pour it out. Hopefully you can see it. I'm hoping by the end of this year to be actually in my pantry in this house. So look at that. Look at that. Can you see why I said just stop short, okay, at the top when you're doing your milk? Don't overfill it, because you need to allow for both that chocolate in there. Now, something else I really love is, I don't know if you can see that clearly, but there's no milk burnt to the bottom of your pan, okay, of your Thermomix. Now, if I had done that on a stovetop, pre-Thermomix days, I can guarantee I would have a milky film across the bottom, because anything over 90 degrees starts cooking that predominantly dairy to the bottom, okay? Now, with the Thermomix, we didn't get to 90 degrees. We had complete control over that. We were only aiming for 75. So, and that might be why as well you might notice in recipes like custards and stuff, they don't go 95, because 95 would burn to the bottom. So with our Thermomix, we have complete control over that temperature, which just means that we have easy cleanup. I can literally rinse that and make something new in it now. Okay, so no more pots and pans when you've got a Thermomix. No more heating milk on a stovetop. No more zapping it in a microwave and ending up with milk that burns your mouth. Okay, we don't actually own a microwave, okay? If you thought I was crazy, now you know I am. But we don't own a microwave. We reheat our food using our Thermomix or the oven, depending on what it is. You know, some things don't steam reheat well. You know, I'm not going to reheat my drumsticks that are left over from last night's dinner on my Thermomix top, but I will put them in the oven. If I was caravanning, okay, I may well though, all right? But my preference would be they were roasted in the oven, I will reheat them in the oven. So anyway, there'll be more of that sort of information this month. This month is all about not guided recipes this month. There is so many guided recipes. I think I've got like hundreds, 400 and something recipes that are guided recipes that I've shown you how to step through, how to make shortcuts, how to swap and substitute on YouTube. You'll find them in my Facebook group as well. However, jump out to Facebook page. Jump out to YouTube if you want the library of it, okay? They're easier searched out there. But this month is actually about giving you the understanding of how we can do things when we're not following a guided recipe. And also helping you see what might still be in a cupboard in your kitchen and going, oh, I don't need that anymore. I can do this in a Thermomix. So I hope you'll give these a go. You know, have a go at making a hot chocolate using a warm-up mode. If you've got a 31 or a 5, have a go at that process. See how your Thermomix can continue to serve you better in your kitchen. Now, thanks for joining me today. I'll finish up now. I will be back for some more videos in the coming days, helping you get more out of your Thermomix. If you're in Australia and you're interested in getting a TM6 on the bench, I would absolutely be honoured to help you do so. So please don't ever hesitate to reach out, okay? Don't jump over to the Thermomix website and jump in there and buy without a consultant, because your Thermomix consultant is your PT, your personal trainer for your Thermomix. I come as part of that package so that when you get one on the bench, you've got someone to call when it doesn't do what you thought it was going to do. Or you fall off the wagon and you're not using it because life got crazy and stressful, okay? So that's why you buy through a Thermomix consultant and not just from the website, okay? So please do make sure as well, make sure that your friends and family know that, because often, you know, instinct is you just go buy, and why would I bother someone else? I'll just buy, right? So please do make sure people know that. It's the way as well that I continue to stay in business. You're supporting my family as well, and I really do appreciate that. And I love that often as well, I get to become friends really with the people who have become my customers over the years. So there's so many people that I know stories, and I know family, and you know, they'll message me and say, I made this today, and then I'll be like, hey, how's the kids? And so I love that part of it as well, that really it's people to people. So please don't ever hesitate, all right? If you've got questions, if you need information, if you've got, you know, a recipe you're making and it's not quite right, love to hear from you, okay? So, and please do send friends and family this way as well if they're ready to buy Thermomix. But otherwise, I'll leave you today. Have a fantastic day. I hope it warms up for you wherever you are. I hope you get a chance to make this awesome hot chocolate. I would have a sip, but I need to take a photo for the YouTube cover photo. So I won't be taking a sip now, but do give this a go with your favorite chocolate. See what you think. Maybe you've got leftovers from Easter. Put that into it and give it a go. Those Easter eggs in the back of the cupboard. But take care, and shall see you tomorrow for some more videos. But thanks for joining me, and we'll see you then. Bye for now, guys.